Stay tuned in the coming minutes as we look forward to serving you, our listeners, with the seventh episode of Freemasonry. Episode 7: The Architect's Syllabus. Engineering the Soul. We walk into the lodge, we assume our stations, and we perform the ritual. But I have to ask, what exactly do you believe you are entering? Is the room you sit in merely a place of meeting? Or is it a machine designed to construct something that cannot be seen with the eye? If the liberal arts are the curriculum of the freeman, why do we hold the tools of the builder to master them? And if we are indeed the living stones of this house, how do we know when the work is true and when it is merely habit? Today, we aren't just discussing our history. We are auditing our own education. We are exploring the lodge as a laboratory of the soul, where the tools of geometry are not used to measure stone, but to measure the architecture of your own character. Welcome to the Trestleboard of Tradition. The geometry of the learning environment. Before a student can learn, they must be situated. In modern education, we often struggle to design spaces that foster true engagement. Whiteboards, rows of desks, and the clock on the wall limit us. But consider the lodge. From the moment we enter, we are placed in an environment intentionally designed to defy the mundane. It is a classroom of the cosmos. Think about the physical layout, the east, the west, the south, the placement of the altar, the stations of the officers. Each of these isn't just for ceremonial tradition. They are functional components of a pedagogical design. The stewards standing close to the candidate during the interrogation. This is not just a guard against intrusion. It is a profound act of support and proximity, ensuring that the student is never truly alone in their inquiry. If we view the lodge as an architectural system, what does its layout demand from us? It demands alignment. Just as a classroom setup influences whether a student feels like a passive observer or an active participant, the layout of our lodge forces us to confront our own position relative to the light. The curriculum, the Trivium and Quadrivium. If the lodge is our classroom, what is the subject matter? For centuries, the freeman was defined by his mastery of the 7 liberal arts and sciences. We often skim over these in our lectures, but let's treat them as a rigorous curriculum. We have the Trivium, grammar, logic, and rhetoric. This is how we organize the mind. Grammar is the foundation, defining our terms. Logic is the process of discerning truth from fallacy. Rhetoric is the expression, the ability to share that truth with others. Then we have the Quadrivium: arithmetic, geometry, music, and astronomy. This is the study of numbers in space and time. As someone who has spent a lifetime in the band room, I see music as geometry set to time. It is the bridge between the theoretical and the lived experience. When we study these arts, we are not learning facts for a test. We are learning how to perceive the order of the universe. A master mason is not someone who has completed a degree. He is a lifelong student who has mastered the method of learning. The working tool as pedagogy. So we have the environment and we have the curriculum. But how do we assess our progress? This is where the working tools become our most vital pedagogical aids. If the liberal arts are the what, the working tools are the how. The square tells us to regulate our actions by the laws of moral rectitude. The level reminds us that we are equal in our pursuit of truth. The plumb dictates that we must walk uprightly in our journey. When we apply these tools to our own lives, we are essentially grading our own character development. Are your actions square with your values? Is your life leveled by the reality of human experience? Do you stand plumb against the temptations of the world? When we struggle, it is usually because we have neglected to use one of these tools. We have failed to measure our work against standard. The transcendent graduate. We return to the question I posed at the start. What are we building? If you are going to lodge to participate in a meeting, you are missing the lesson. You are sitting in the most sophisticated classroom ever designed, surrounded by the wisdom of the ages, holding the tools to shape your own destiny. The goal of this education is not a certificate. It is the development of rhetoric, excellence. It is the transformation of the rough ashlar into a perfect ashlar. As you leave the lodge this week, I invite you to ask yourself, what measurement have you taken of your own character today? How does your life reflect the geometry of the lessons we hold so dear? The trestle board is set. The lesson continues. Thank you for joining me on the Trestleboard of Tradition. I look forward to our next study.